Hello, welcome to Speech Talk Live Shortcuts. My name is Jay Oza. I'm a speaker, author, executive coach, and student. I've taken these shortcuts from episode number 66, where I had the honor and privilege to chat with Patrice Bain, who's an educator, speaker, author, and consultant. And this is a series of 5. So what I do is, after chatting with a guest, I take out the 5 most important things that I got out of it. And in the shortcuts, I'll introduce the question, then have the guest give his or her answer, and then I'll come back afterwards to give my take on it. And this is so that you kind of understand that these are the 5 things that I found to be the most important from the session that I had with the particular guest. So in this first one, I asked Patrice, how did you come up with this scientific approach to learning? So let's see what Patrice has to say, and then I'll see you at the other end.
Well, teaching is really difficult. There are so many demands put on teachers, and the time is something that I don't think most people realize. And so my first several years were just simply trying to figure it all out. How do I get the lesson plans done and cover the curriculum and everything that needed to be done? And so I had been teaching for several years before I started realizing that I I need to question some things. Why are some students learning really well and others aren't? What is that disconnect? And it was about this time that I met 2 really wonderful cognitive scientists, Mark McDaniel and Henry Roediger III, who are cognitive scientists from Washington University here in St. Louis. And they wanted to research how students learn in authentic classrooms, because up until that time, most of the research that had been done on learning had been done at universities in laboratories with college students. And so Dr. Roediger and Dr. McDaniel obtained a large grant from IES, which is the Institute of Education Science, for the purpose of researching how students learn, and the authentic classroom that they chose was mine. And so I was really able to be kind of at the forefront of how learning takes place. And the cognitive scientist who came to work with me in my classroom then was Pooja Agarwal, the co-author of my book. And we started looking at how students learn and strategies that help them. And I worked for years with these cognitive scientists, and it was really being able to learn myself how my students learn, because that's not taught in teacher ed programs. And so it really had been this long journey. I taught for over 25 years. And it probably took a good 15 years before I was able to really start perfecting my craft and perfecting and creating the strategies based on cognitive science.
So if you're like me, I like to know science behind anything that I'm doing. What Patrice did was to work with cognitive scientists and test out many of the strategies that they wrote about in their research and tested it with college students. She took those strategies and tested them out at the elementary school level. So if you're like me, who rather than trying things that someone thinks works, I want to know whether it's been scientifically proven. And that's exactly what Patrice did, working with cognitive scientists for many years. And she, along with her co-author, Pooja Agarwal, document this in their excellent book, Powerful Teaching. So if you want to learn about these, whether you're a student, whether you're a parent, or anything, get this book and you can try it yourself and see which of them work for you. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next shortcut.